Welcome to RERi PV-TV Weekly. News from the solar energy industry gathered for you. Thank you for turning on. The German Federal Association of Solar Industry, BSW, is opposed to the drastic reduction of the feed-in tariffs for solar power and calls for improvements. A reduction of up to 45% may not be according to the association. A market collapse and a wave of bankruptcies in the solar industry should be prevented. The industry association had warned in recent months, leading to drastic cuts of the feed-in tariffs. Moreover, the association promotes the development of solar energy in order to secure the energy transition in Germany and the existence of thousands of solar jobs in the country. The cuts of the feed-in tariffs to solar power on 13th of June in the conciliation procedure between the Bundestag and Bundesrat are negotiated. The industry looks with high expectations on this date as companies go out of a slump in sales of up to 60% if there are no improvements in the planned reductions. This is a result of a survey of German companies by the BSW Solar. Electricity in Germany could become more expensive, according to different network operators, because of the energy transition from 3 to 5 cents per kilowatt hour. For a family with an annual consumption of 3,500 kilowatt hours, up to €175 more than would be due. This cannot be held responsibly for the development of solar power, says Carsten Körnig, chief executive of the BSW. Doubling the amount of solar power until 2016 would increase electricity bills of consumers by only 2.5%. according to a recent calculation of the Market Research Institute Prognos. Australian and German researchers are working on more efficient solar cells, as well as the reduction of production costs for the solar technology. This was announced by the Australian ambassador to Germany, Peter Tesch, in Berlin. First successful results are listed in the startup phase. Germany's economics minister Philipp Rösler was speaking at the event A Year of Energy Revolution. He has criticized the existing promotion of renewable energies. The German Renewable Energies Act EEG he described as a pure subsidy law. It's true, the minister said, that more solar and wind power would sink the current stock market prices. The current price climbs as all citizens must pay the levy. Rösler thought investments in new gas and coal power plants would be expected due to the renewable energies barely. President Joachim Gauck warned at the opening of the Environment Week, also spending billions to promote renewable energy sources, and called for innovation and fair competition. Only then the energy transition will be implemented successfully. The solar company conergy finds itself back on track. This was announced by CEO Philipp Komberg on Tuesday at the annual general meeting in Hamburg. The company is completely focused on photovoltaic and changed from a production into a distribution company. With its own module production in Frankfurt-Oder, the costs are reduced by the end about 1/3. Conergy designs and builds solar projects worldwide. The German company generates most of its turnovers abroad. The German trade union IG Metall demands an industrial policy action plan for the better German solar industry. This includes a loan program by the state-owned bank group and possibly protective measures against dumping competition, said Detlef Wetzel, vice president of the union in Frankfurt. Wetzel accuses the federal government for not having designed a conclusive energy plan for energy revolution. Key challenges are the development of grids, grid integrations, increasing the storage capacity and funding. We come to Intersolar Europe, which starts in Munich. There we go next Wednesday. Even RERi PV-TV will be there for the first time. The company presents its franchise concept at the world's largest exhibition for the solar industry. The concept is already applied in India by Sameta Metal Pro.
We are doing a little bit of research over the solar and trying to get in the know-how or the technology from international partners who are experienced with it. So we've been doing some research from all countries, and we know that we also come to know that Germany is, the first country in getting solar done. The world looks at Germany in a different way. They are leaders in solar.
Founded in September 2011, RERi has already 60 employees in Germany, the US, Spain and Poland. The exhibition starts on 12th of June and ends on the 15th. RERi can be found in Hall B4 at booth 590. The company PV-Kraftwerke from Göppingen in Germany has developed a fully automated assembly robot. The so-called Momo will be presented at the Intersolar in Munich. Momo is suitable for freestanding mounting, even on difficult terrain. According to company information, no more modules are being broken by using this robot. Also, errors in the assembly were excluded because of the programming. Momo provides a weather-independent assembly for 24 hours. The solar-powered aircraft Solar Impulse has landed at night from Tuesday to Wednesday in the American capital Rabat. The landing of the aircraft, powered only by solar energy, went smoothly after 19 hours of flight time. The aircraft was launched in Madrid. The plane, in the size of an Airbus A340, was flown by Bertrand Picard of Switzerland. The demand of photovoltaic electricity in France remains high, despite the drastic reduction of the feed-in tariffs. Within 1 year, applications of over 640 megawatts were received at the local power grid companies. This is clearly above the governmental target. After installing PV systems with an amount above 1,600 megawatts last year, the PV power energy in France could thus grow to a total of 2,600 megawatts. The global market leader SMA Solar Technology has opened a new sales and service company in Bangkok. Thus, the company provides its customers in Thailand a complete range of photovoltaic inverters for all system sizes, from small rooftop PV systems to power plants in the megawatt range, on-grid and off-grid. The Thai government wants to be independent of fossil resources. Against this background, the photovoltaic power generation rises from an important contribution to future energy supply in Thailand. The Chinese Hanergy Holding Group takes over the thin-film module manufacturer Solibro, a daughter of the German company Q-Cells. The Chinese board wants to increase the production in Thalheim to 100 megawatts per year for the European market. Hanergy wants to keep the jobs and the existing management. Also, the operation and the customer service will be continued. PV companies from Austria want to gain foothold in the global market. By founding the association Austrian Photovoltaic Technology Platform, the innovative power of companies should be more concentrated, Hubert Fechner of the University of Applied Science said in Vienna. 18 business enterprises and research institutes have joined forces under the Austrian technology platform. The LDK Solar company is building 3 PV power plants with 600 megawatts in the Chinese province Gansu, the company said in a news release. Whether it overcomes the problems of the company remains to be seen. The stock has lost much of its value. Even bankruptcy cannot be excluded. LDK stated its debts amounting to $6 billion. More and more German companies are opposed to protective tariffs on Chinese solar modules. Dr. Andreas Hähnel, chairman of Phoenix Solar AG, warns against this step. Prices would decrease profits and could hence the interest of investors. After the US had imposed punitive tariffs on Chinese solar products, a debate has developed in the EU surrounding the introduction of similar tariff protection. As far as the news this week, next week we will report from the Intersolar in Munich. Stop by. You will find us in Hall B4 at booth 590 and as usual on our website PV TV. We are looking forward to your visit.